I know you must have heard of the famous saying, face your fears. Well, that's what I'm doing today. And by fear, you might say, what do you mean you're facing your fears? I'm facing my fears presently by talking into the camera and letting you all know about the things I suffer with. I'm facing my fears because this is something I don't typically do. Whenever it's time to speak up, I run away. And this has put me in so many tough situations. And today I've made the decision to face my fears. And then the easiest way to go about that right now for me would be to start saying no. Hi guys, my name is BC and today I'll be letting you guys in. I'm not making this video for pity or for you to feel bad about me. I'm only making this video because it will help me, and I also want people to be aware of situations that happen. Even if you're not able to speak up about it, I will be the one to speak up. But in my present life, I have had to face my fears, especially this year of 2025. I've had to say no, which has been the greatest challenge of my life. I've had to say no to situations that I no longer want to be in. I've had to say no to people that I would easily let into my life. I've had to say no to any and everything, which has been so tough for me. But there's also times where I haven't said no in situations that would have helped me and would have removed me from any feeling I was feeling. I've been placed in a situation this year, multiple situations, that I could have said no. But what did I do? I stood there, I sat there, and I chose to let the worst happen to me when I could have said no. And there's other times that I've said no and I let it go and it just came to be in my favor. I've said no and I knew I did the right thing by saying no. And then another fear of mine that I'll be letting you guys in is that I'm the kind of person to suppress every emotion I feel. I let everything go down and go in, and then I have some kind of resentment towards people because I don't speak up. So now I'm facing my fears by speaking up today, and I chose to put on makeup today because I do not want to cry. If I start speaking about my emotions and things like that, I start to tear up. But for that reason, I put on makeup today. I said that I am going out. I'm not going to keep being depressed today, and I am choosing me. I might call off work tomorrow too. But yeah, if you ever find yourself in a situation like this, just take a deep breath in, speak to someone you know. What I did was speak to the crisis helpline. It's always good to speak with strangers because people you know would probably think that, oh, you're just, this is like the bare minimum, you're just making a big deal out of nothing. Trust me, and I validate you, you are not making a big deal out of nothing. It could be the tiniest and simplest thing. If somebody pinched you and you didn't like it and you told your friend about it, your friend might go and say, oh, it was just a pinch, why are you looking at it that way? I'm telling you that it was not just a pinch, because that pinch becomes something else. It continues to grow and grow and grow, and it becomes something worse. And then if you just suppress your emotions, if you keep allowing things happen to you like that, or if you keep letting people throw sand in your face, hypothetically, and you just stay there and receive it, it's only going to get worse. So listen to me when I say this. The minute you notice something, trust your gut's feeling, trust your intuition, get up and get out. Because if you continue to stay there, it's only going to lead to worse situations. So please guys, I'm going to say a little bit about me today and the past experiences I've had. I've had people walk all over me throughout my whole life. And why do I let people walk all over me? I don't know. I mean, I do know. And most of the time, we have to parent ourselves. We have to become parents to our inner child. So this is what happened in my days growing up. I have this one father of mine that growing up, all I saw was him being the man of the house and just giving us promises that if we were to do good in school, he would reward us with something, this, that. For example, if I were to get all A's in school, I would get a bike. And you know what would happen? I would get all those A's, and when I come home with the results, where's my bike? No bike to be found. And you know what that did to me? That broke me. And the cycle kept on repeating itself. It keeps repeating itself till this day. How has this impacted my life? of my father constantly telling me that he will reward me with something, and I don't get that thing, what does that do to me? I'll let you in. Quick note. What that does in my adult life now is that I keep performing. I keep putting on a performance for people. And whenever I put that performance for people, I expect a reward, like I'm some kind of dog, like I'm a pet. I expect people to reward me for the performance I'm putting on. But then in this world, what I realize is that there are so many lost souls. There are so many people that are just here to hurt people, right? So when you come across those kinds of people, that's the only kind of people you will continue to attract in your day-to-day life. Those people will now take that performance and think that, oh, I'm great because she's doing this for me. I'm this, I'm that because she's doing this for me. When in reality, you are the one that is good. You're the one that is great. And you should be doing things for yourself and not for others. Which brings me to my next point. Stop performing for others. Because as I have performed now, what reward do I get? What reward do I get? Absolutely nothing but the worst. So now, how does that help you? How does that help you in your day-to-day life? You must have neglected yourself. You must have forgotten about every single thing you have to do because you were so busy putting on a performance for this other person. Now, did they see your worth? How did that make you feel? So do you see how your inner child has to be healed? You have to become a parent to your inner child almost, because if you continue letting things go on for so long, you're just going to think that, oh, it's okay. It's not okay. It's not normal. Change these things while you can. My next point is, how do you become a parent for yourself? So look at your mom, for instance. A mother would never let her child go out looking like whatever. A mother would never let her child get hurt, and she sees this hurt and she sees that this person is bad for their child. She would never let her child continue to engage with that person. So how do you turn into the parent for yourself? Because most times we no longer have, some of us don't have our parents and some of us do have our parents, but our parents are still not parents to us. So we have to become our own parents. How do you become your own parent? Look at it this way. So as I am like this today, if I saw little BC and I saw that somebody was hitting her or somebody was just walking all over her, would I let that happen? No, absolutely not. Because I see my little self and I would not let anything or anything bad to happen to her. Then how do I become the parent? I chase that person away. I might fight for her, or I might tell my little self to stand up and get out of there. That's how you become the parent for yourself. Look at it with a different lens. Think that, oh, take a step back and look. What are you doing to my inner child? What is this person doing to little BC for you to feel this type of way? Look at it that way. Trust me. And then once you look inward to yourself, you start to say that, oh, this person did this, and that to me. This person did this and that to little BC. And how do you change that? You become a parent for yourself. You quite literally have to say no. Because you wouldn't let that happen to your little self, would you? So then you change things that way. So when you stop thinking, oh, this person is doing this to me because of this and that, no, you're letting them do that to you. So the quickest and fastest action you can take would be to become a parent to yourself. And trust me, I know this would be so hard for you to do the first time, but it only takes one time. It only takes one time for you to say no. I'm not going to let this person to keep walking all over me. I'm not going to let this person to keep hurting me. All it takes is one time for you to say no, or one time for you to take an action. Just once. And with time, as people continue to do things to you, or things continue to happen to you, trust me, it will become so much easier for you to do. You learn to start protecting your peace when you look at things from a different lens, from a different point of view. Trust me, guys. Another thing I wanted to say is that Stop suppressing your emotions if you're the kind of person that does this. If you feel some type of way about something, and it's something I'm still learning myself, if you feel some type of way about something, speak up. Say what you're doing is hurting me, or whatever you're doing is this and that. Speak up. You know, I'm taking the initial step by recording this video and letting you guys in. I'm speaking up about things that might have hurt me in the past, or like examples of what have happened to me. For example, real life experience or not, I was at a gathering, a social gathering, like a bar or something, because I go out from time to time with the girls. And there was this man, he walked up to me, right? He instantly wanted to get to know me. But then I felt some kind of way about this. I felt it in my gut. My intuition was telling me that nothing good comes out of meeting someone at the bar. I was out for myself, having fun. Not too much good comes out of it for most people, or some people at least. So what did I do? He told me he wanted to kiss me on the nose. Weird. I said no. I stood my ground. I said no. Okay? But what did I keep doing? I kept entertaining the conversation. And what did that do for me? He saw that, okay, this girl said no, but then I can keep testing her. I can keep poking at her bubble to see if it will pop. You know? And you know what he did? He did exactly that. He popped my bubble and he kissed me on the nose. Okay, BC, why did you let this happen? Well, I felt some type of way. I kept thinking that, okay, it's just a kiss on the nose. It's just that. No, it's not just that. If you said no the first time, stay with that decision you made. Because the minute you let someone walk over you, the minute you let somebody continue to do and continue to test things out with you, is the minute that they have disrespected you. That is the initial minute that they have disrespected you. They did not respect your boundaries, and they wanted to keep poking at that bubble of yours. What can you do in this situation? Walk away. So if, for example, if I didn't walk away, what would happen? My bubble would be popped. He would kiss me on the nose, and then he would think that he could do other things, because once again, the bubble no longer exists. He's in. Right? Do you get where I'm coming from? He's finally in. Okay, so what? That gives him the right to do any and everything. With that being said, what did he do next? He started to touch me. He started to grab me by the waist, and then he started moving his hand down a little. Stuff like that. And what did I do? There's 3 kinds of actions, 3 different types of people in different situations. Whenever fear comes up, people will flee. Some people will flee. Some people would take flight. Some people would freeze. Guess which one I am? I freeze, and I froze. Do you know why it got to that? Do you know why I froze? It's because I let him in. I said no, but then I kept entertaining that conversation. I froze because I let him in, and I didn't expect that of him. You see, you can't expect too much out of people. You never know what people will do to you. So you cannot expect anything from humans. Only trust God, or whatever you believe in. Only trust the universe, any higher being, if you do believe in that. You never know what humans would do to you. So he started rubbing me, touching me, and stuff like that, and I froze. I couldn't speak up anymore, because the first chance I had to speak up, I spoke up, but I let him cross that boundary. Had it been I stuck with that decision I made, had it been I said no, leave me alone, I don't want this and that, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have froze. I wouldn't have watched him just touch me. You know, hypothetically speaking though, this is something that you need to do, something you need to start incorporating into your day-to-day life. Do not suppress your emotions and stand on that decision that you made. Do not put others before you, because once again, bringing you back to my upbringing and my childhood, I was taught that putting others before you is the way to go. Being a mother to everyone is the way to go. Honestly, that's like the worst advice people must have instilled in kids. And this comes from a cultural perspective as well too. I'm not sure, we might have different cultures. I'm not sure what your upbringing was, but most of these people become people pleasers. And you know what that does to your character? You know what that does to you? And you know what kind of people you attract? Predators. Because they see, oh, you're so weak. Yeah, I can get my way with her. That's the kind of people you attract as a people pleaser. You never attract, or you might, but from my experience, you don't attract good people that actually have good intentions for you, because you're too busy looking outward, trying to people please the people that don't want you, or the people that think that, okay, she's doing all of this for me, I'm good, I'm great. No, you need to start thinking this way. I cannot keep pleasing everybody. I have to put me first and nobody else before me. How do you put yourself first? You see a text message you don't want to reply to, don't reply. Give it however many minutes, however many hours or days you need to reply to it. That is you putting yourself first. Somebody wants to pour a shot down your throat, say no. I just don't want to. I just don't want it. And that's a good enough answer. I just do not want it. Is a good enough answer. How do you put yourself first? Oh, somebody is calling you, trying to talk about their boyfriend or their ex or something like that, and you're tired of hearing about the situation. Tell them and drop the call. As easy as that. You might hurt their feelings. Yeah, you might do that and this, and it might hurt them, but who cares? At the end of the day, it's about you and only you. So please, and please, and please, my spirit has told me to do something today and just speak up. And I'm speaking from the heart. I'll definitely have more to say in the coming days, because my spirit feels empty now. I feel like I've said most of the things I need to say. So yeah, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and I hope you put yourself first, and I hope that you learn to become a parent to your inner child. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day now. Bye.